So. Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Weiter geht's. Der Menge. Ah. Ist das warm? Oh, der Menge. Das gefällt mir nicht mit der Kamera. Das tut im Rücken weh. So, dann machen wir mal weiter, ne? Nee. Kruppeliko. Naja. Zum Fortfahren drücken. Oh, me. Ey, was stimmt denn da nicht? Mit der Kamera. Das fuckt mich ab.
Clearing out on high.
Ah, wieder nachdenken.
Clearing out on Hive Master's orders. Cornelius.
Wer hat den Bienenmeister gesehen? Moin. Wer hat den Bienenmeister gesehen?
Clearing out on Hive Master's orders. Cornelius said he knows what he looks like, but he's full of it.
Hä? Ah, warte, okay.
Clearing out on Hive Master's orders.
Ah. Hey, ist das schwer einzustellen mit der Kamera. Bienenstock wie an für Hause. Bienenmeister.
There are some chaps inside and they're armed. Be careful, Sherry.
Oh, meine erste Schießerei.
Hey, this is Hive territory. Shoot him, boys.
It won't work this.
I couldn't miss the party.
Huia! Bam, bam! In die
No
Nacken
more crime for
geschlagen,
you
Bitch.
until next month.
I will end you.
Time to knock this guy out.
Just die.
Hiya! Water! Sherlock Holmes,
Take
der
a rest,
Boxer.
my
The snuff's ready. We can overcome the brute now.
Huia!
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Ich bin Sherlock Holmes, Meister der Schießerei.
Eat lead. I couldn't miss the party.
Water! Water!
No more crime for you until next month.
Scheiße, das war falsch geklickt.
I'm coming
Komm
for
her,
you.
ich box dich!
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Wow! Wow, Kollege. Aua. Aua. Penner. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes!
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Wie viele kommen denn noch? Wow. Wow, hey, Kollege.
I'm coming for you.
No more crime for you until next month.
He's all yours now. Go for it.
I couldn't miss the party.
Man nennt mich
rest,
Sherlock
my
Holmes,
friend.
der Boxer vom Dienst. So, war's das
cry,
jetzt?
you'll
Hä?
live.
Will noch jemand was?
Give him the pepper snuff.
Easy. Kam nicht mal ins Schwitzen.
What a convenient way to pull the wool over the eyes of the customs house.
Smells of burnt paper. Just another day in a smuggler's office.
Everything knits together.
Brief vom B. Verbrennen die Dokumente, macht die Fracht transportbar. Guck mal, Bino. Ich kann dir keine große Feste Briefe.
Someone's been burning papers, I see.
Hä? Wie komme ich denn auf -3? Ah, warte. Nee. Warte mal. Oh. Hä? Das ergibt doch -3. Genau, -3. Und wenn ich das mit das kombiniere, ja. Haha! Einstein! Ding, ding, ding! So, aber was jetzt? Was? Den Brief vom B soll ich an. Und dann muss ich mich Garderobe umziehen. Ich brauche ein Arbeiter-Outfit. Ich brauche ein Arbeiter-Outfit.
Could you help me? Mr. Fancy Clothes won't find any answers here.
Buy some clothes and help me feed my family. Step right up.
Sherlock wird so gay.
I hope you'll be comfortable in it.
Gut, jetzt bin ich so wie ihr getarnt. Eigentlich dürfte ich jetzt Hinweise kriegen. Informationen kriegen. Man muss sich nämlich tarnen, tricksen und täuschen. Auch wenn ich nur eins kann.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't know about that, but people here should know more.
Could you help me?
I used to work in a factory too, but things changed. Come back when you change too, then we'll talk.
Aber interessant, wenn du je nachdem wie du dich kleidest, reagieren die Leute anders auf dich.
Das ist so.
Natürlich klug.
Excuse me, just one question.
Go back to work. I'm not answering your questions.
Could you help me?
I used to work in a factory too, but things changed. Come back when you change too, then we'll talk.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
May I ask for your assistance?
You have a job, so why don't you go back to it instead of bothering me?
Could you help me?
Where do you get the idea that I'll help someone like you? Get lost.
Frechheit. Ich bin doch selber schon ein Arbeiter, ihr Wichser. Ich bin Detektiv Sherlock Holmes.
It looks as though someone or something has escaped.
A statue of a buckled cage inside a city full of criminals. Let's take a closer look, Sherry.
Are you able to help me?
You know nothing of life. Deal with it by yourself.
May I ask for your assistance?
Yes, I have heard about this. It is called None of Your Business.
statue of a buckled cage inside a city full of criminals. Let's take a closer look, Sherry.
It used to contain a silver statue of a miner's canary. They were often used by miners for the ones who gave their lives in the silver mines for the safety and prosperity of Miners' End, 1830. The lattice work was bent a long time ago. A gloomy picture.
But quite poetic. A symbol of safety and prosperity has vanished from Miners' End, and now only the cage is left to remind the residents of their past glory.
The canary was stolen a long time ago. There's no hope in finding it now, but perhaps someone might know at least something about it. We should ask the people around here. May I ask for your assistance?
What a coincidence. I only learned of this recently myself.
Get off me! Sherry, don't even think about breeding these nasty things. Ugh.
Oh, Bienen!
Sir, I'm looking for a man who goes by the name of Hive Master.
Uh-huh.
Revolver.
Chief Inspector Placido.
And what makes you think that?
Why, your missing ear, amongst other things. You need a larger hat. I've been investigating your last case on behalf of Sergeant Stark, and now I think I understand what happened to the Hive Master.
Humor me.
All this time you've been living a double life. A police inspector by day, a crime kingpin by night.
That's a good one. A bored old dog's been chasing his own tail. No, I killed this one. As simple as that.
But why? Everyone deserves a trial.
Wasn't my choice. He and his thugs attacked me when I went to arrest them. It was a kill or be killed kind of situation. Turned out for the best, though. With his cronies dead, not a soul knows what the Hive Master looks like. His own gang, scared stiff of him.
So you assumed his place to dismantle this criminal enterprise from within?
Damn right I did. And after I'm done, I'm not planning to go back. I've had enough of this rotten nest of corruption. But it just won't leave me alone, will it? First, they dismiss my retirement requests, and now they send a sleuth after me.
It's not like that.
I tell you what it's like, son. This is not the first case you've worked on for Stark, eh? That amateur promoted to a sergeant for his merits? I don't think so. You're not an officer. But from what I can see, you are much brighter than the lot of them. So what's your stake in this? You some sort of consulting detective?
Yes. I suppose you could call me that. My name is Sherlock Holmes, at your service.
Then do me a service, Mr. Holmes. Drop this case and don't tell anyone you saw me here. Let me enjoy my retirement in peace.
I have your ear.
What the hell? Give it to me now.
All right, but let's make it a fair exchange, shall we? I'll trade it for your revolver. You have little use for it now.
Deal. Now go.
I have to ask, why are you so fascinated with beekeeping?
I just want a quiet life, away from the hustle and bustle. Watching the little workers like I once watched the criminal world of Cortona. Yes, it suits me just fine.
I'll consider your request, sir. Either way, I must talk to Sergeant Stark.
Tell him I died a hero, or a coward, I don't care. As long as they leave me alone.
New gun. Nice. Can I have your old one?
Tja. Tja, Ash, was soll ich machen? Soll ich denen die Wahrheit sagen? Oder soll ich lügen, dass er einen heldenhaften Tod gestorben ist?
Any news, Mr. Holmes?
Chief Inspector Placido can be presumed dead. I was unable to find his body, but the evidence is unequivocal. He's gone.
I suppose I expected as much. But still, it doesn't make it any easier. Placido was a good man. You would have liked him if you'd met him.
Yes, it's a pity. I'm sure I would.
In any case, no matter how bad, the truth is better than uncertainty. Please, take this as a token of gratitude. You've done us all a great service. Thanks again for your help. Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
The man deserves to be left alone.
Fall erledigt. Mal Sherlock wieder normal machen, ne? Wir wollen ja nicht, dass Sherlock weiter aussieht wie ein alter Sack. So, wo muss ich denn jetzt hin? Stormman muss sich in Grams Sarai befinden. Einer Brücke. Die Brücke ist hier. Also kann es nur hier sein irgendwo. Finden wir es heraus. Hier ist eine Kirche.
Hey, Sherry, there's post here.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
Man muss sagen, ist ein schönes
There she
Haus.
is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest. An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, very precious.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Funny. Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Oh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe. Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance.
Another memory incoming,
There
Sherry.
must be something strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination? You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry.
Hä?
Concentrate.
Was will der?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Minecraft war doch damit beschäftigt, die ganze Zeit das Ding zu machen. Schwierig. Ist doch so richtig.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Was hat's mit John auf sich?
I think our family portrait used to hang here. Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying. Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours. They were half mine too.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My very favourite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure. The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Das war meine Kindheit.
Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind. Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind. Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets. The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. Interesting. What's that over there? This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it. I'll
You
never
mean
forget
for
how
spying
challenging
on
it was to
people?
obtain this simple sketch. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we? Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind.
Na, was haben wir denn da?
Perfect match.
Cool! Die Sherlock-Pfeife!
Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Made of cherry wood. Father's favorite. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again.
I knew you'd find it in no time. This time I was first to pick beds. Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
Ich glaube, sie hatte gar keine Tuberkulose. Es gab keine Ausnahme, meine Mutter tot, aber...
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Almost as good as mine. Almost as good as mine.
Viele mysteriöse Ratschläge hier in Sherlock Holmes. Die Frage ist nur, was passiert? Also, die Mutter ist bestimmt nicht an Tuberkulose gestorben. Dafür hat sie nicht gehustet, so wie er sich in Erinnerung hat. Könnte sogar der Bruder vielleicht der Mörder der eigenen Mutter sein? Wer weiß, wer weiß. Griechische Brücke. Ah, also muss er hier irgendwo sein. Das gefüllten Balkon.
Hey.
Total falsch.
Hey.
St. Nikolauskirche.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
As if they were struck by a battering ram.
I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this.
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground.
Oh mein Gott.
Oof, a contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A kneecap reduced to splinters. A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Das ist der Tode, den wir gesucht haben.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of. A strong pull broke this leash.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Nur wo ist die Zeitungsdruckerei? Wer meinst du ist der Mörder, Ash? Der Elefant?
A substantial police sting targeting the hideouts of the Hive Crime Syndicate. Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Landscapes and portraits. Find the... My goods will brighten up your house.
John?
Enjoy your purchase. Make your garden cozier without... My goods will brighten up your house. Enjoy your purchase. Garden statues, landscapes and portraits. My... Enjoy your purchase.
Auf zur Zeitung. Superdetektiv Redon ist zur Stelle.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or Nosebaggerspun's local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things. I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
Das ist gruselig.
I'll be right here. That's the article. Feeling old already?
Bei diesem Vorfall spielt ein Elefant die Rolle. Und wieder zurück. Und weiter Ermittlungen anstellen.
The best place for reading.
The garden's much prettier, don't you think? I bet the memories are all flooding back now.
This portrait was painted some time before my father's death. I would guess it's the only depiction of him that remains.
One of your early sketches of me. And a rather unflattering one at that. Just look at my nose.
Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place. You do miss her.
I do. The best place for reading. Ah, yes. We were sword fighting in this very spot.
And that time, I was the winner.
So, as your victory prize, you asked me to fulfill a wish. I remember we did something the very next night, John, but what was it? We brought a cage with us. You insisted it must be made of iron.
That's because we were preparing to hunt fairies in our garden. Everyone knows iron is the only thing that can hold them.
And I was distinctly uncomfortable.
It was a disguise, of course. Fairies are easy to scare off, unless you're incognito.
And every trap needs bait. We brought honey and a glass of warm milk.
After 2 hours lying in wait, we noticed movement in the bushes. The fairies appeared at last.
No, it was just Isolde the pig. She was lured by the smell of honey and milk, and ate every last drop. Isolde belonged to Mr. Sim in Miner's End and escaped regularly. At least twice a month we would see him searching for her all over the island.
Wenn Schweine fliegen könnten.
Hey, is anybody at home?
So, aber jetzt mal zurück zum Fall.
Hello?
Immer müssen wir den Fall den nächsten nochmal zum Tatort untersuchen.
Is this familiar to you?
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Detektiv, Redun. Ab an die Arbeit. das so vorgekommen sein? Ich meine, der Typ wird hier so erwürgt. Dann befreit er sich, läuft hier lang mit den Elefanten. Und der wird weggetackelt nach hinten so. Ui, klatsch. Und der Elefant marschiert schnurstracks raus.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
May I ask for your assistance?
That's a question I can answer.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and...
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think I'm rich enough to talk to you, sir.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I've never heard of it. I'm sorry.
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us, for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Want to go for a swim?
Damit könnten wir mit dem Schlüssel... Müsste ich eigentlich ins Haus reinkommen. Aber wenn am Morgen... Oh. Na, schau mal an, die Bullerei.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist. Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
Ja, warum nur?
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened. Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
Well, it was the most probable outcome, living with a giant wild animal such as that.
How can you be so cold? Goliath murdered my father, Mr. Holmes. You mustn't be allowed to get away with it.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
I've nothing to say about this.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl. And my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Die macht sich ziemlich verdächtig.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Die lügt.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Who's a cute bird?
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales. She packed as much as she could carry.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk. You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. A commendable effort to barricade the windows. These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit. The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger. Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured. I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling. From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Der Elefantenflüsterer.
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Da gibt's nichts zu erkennen. Gut, dann sage ich mal Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen. Bis hierhin. Dann verabschiede ich mich von euch und sage Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen. Und bis zum nächsten Mal mit Sherlock Holmes Chapter von Wir lösen den riesigen Elefantenfall. Ist der Elefant der